So the day that I told the baby's father that I was pregnant, his world came crashing down. Unfortunately, our relationship was in the worst place in each of our lives. So when I told him that I was pregnant, it was hard because he pressured me so much to get an abortion. You can't have this baby, how could you? There was that part of me as a woman that felt so lost and confused that you don't want to lose this person, but you want to do what's right and you're so conflicted. So I found Hands of Hope, and I remember calling, and it was so funny. Not funny, but I found it humorous that I'm like so confused about everything, and I called to see if I could speak to somebody, or just I needed somebody unbiased who wasn't gonna judge me, because all my friends were pushing me in so many directions. And I called, and they set me up with an appointment to come get a free ultrasound and speak to a counselor. And before that, I asked the credentials for the counselor. I don't know why, but I just wanted to feel like I was coming to a safe place. And I remember coming in, and I met Laurie, the counselor who I've been seeing for a while. And she just provided this really safe haven. And I remember I came and I spilled everything that I had carried, not just during the current pregnancy, but the one that I didn't go through with when I was 18. And I remember talking to her, and I just told her how the baby's father didn't want the baby, that he was like pressuring me. And the night before, I told the baby's father, you know what, I'm gonna make a decision. You can't be in my life if you don't want the baby to be in yours. So one of the hard things about my pregnancy was that I was fully employed at the time, but I couldn't get health insurance because I made too much money for taxes and for any government services, but I had gotten pregnant without having insurance at work. So I tried to get approved for health insurance a couple times, and I got denied. And luckily for me, at the time, there was going to be a change in healthcare, so I knew that in January I could get insurance. But unfortunately, life got in the way, and in November I got laid off from my job. And I remember telling Laurie, this was one of the things where, you've made a right decision, but you're like, here it all starts, the financial problems. How am I going to afford this baby? It costs like $10,000 to have a labor and delivery. Prenatal care costs thousands of dollars. I remember crying to Laurie numerous times, like, how am I gonna do it? And I remember her telling me that she told the staff about what was going on with me personally, and that I could possibly come in for an appointment to see if maybe there was a spot for me to get prenatal care. I think my heart was like flooded. And I remember I met with the doctors for the first time for prenatal care, and they'd never mentioned anything at the time, but before I left, one of the doctors said, Nubia, well, we'd like to take you on as a patient and see you and throughout your pregnancy. I think, oh my God, that day felt like a miracle, because how could I have done it without them? I wouldn't even known where to turn. Like, you can't get health insurance, you don't have money to go see somebody or support. But I was so lucky that I had such great doctors and nurses monitor the pregnancy, and the baby's so healthy. And it was so exciting coming every week and seeing the baby and the ultrasound and hearing his heartbeat. I don't know, I just think my experience was magical, and I hope that the staff and Hands of Hope can continue to help other women like me. For me, I feel like I've been searching my whole life. I grew up Catholic, but I've been searching for a connection with God. And I feel like in this organization, I found it. Through Laurie, through Dr. Graziano, through all the nurses. Every time I wanted to fall apart, because the whole pregnancy, the baby's father wasn't there. The whole 9 months, he wasn't there. And they were more than I had asked for. Every time I came in, they were happy to see me. They helped me stay in school. I was working full time. I was going to Pima full time for nursing school, and I kept my head up high without the support from a partner. And I felt so empowered every time I came in there. Oh, my favorite part about being a mom is as soon as I wake up, just seeing his little face. And he just lights up and he's awake, and he takes his time waking up because he thinks about it and he stretches, but as soon as he opens his eyes, and every time he opens his eyes, I know that this has been my calling. I have a new purpose for life and to want to become, successful and to give him everything that I can. But he has just made life worth every single breath that I've taken the last 28 years. That's my favorite part. And had it not been for finding Habits of Hope, the baby wouldn't be here, and he's the best thing to have happened to me. He has made every single day worthwhile. He has. I don't know, I just think I couldn't have done it without them. I know I couldn't have done it without them at all.